This podcast is going to be about the Nazca, and perhaps surprisingly, it's not about their lines, it's about their skulls. These guys had kind of an obsession with skulls, and it really began with kind of their military and war. They weren't huge into conquering and going out and kind of adding to their territory through battle, but they did go on headhunts, it's believed today. So here you can see skulls that were found at Nazca sites that were probably taken simply for the sake of taking them, to build status amongst men, to kind of reinforce the status of warriors. And we can kind of look at their warriors as headhunters. And you notice the hole there drilled kind of in the forehead. It is believed today that they would kind of put these on a rope. Men would maybe tie them to their belts and show them kind of hanging as a sign of power, as a sign of how many people they had defeated, and, well, more than defeated, how many people they had decapitated. So the first Nazca skull issue is them collecting them, headhunting. Hard to believe the second one might be a little more bizarre than headhunting, but this one is skull manipulation. They essentially were interested in changing the shape of their skulls. And this is aesthetic as well as ceremonial. We're not exactly sure about all the reasons they did this, but think about this. I wonder how many people have a little daughter, niece, sister, some kind of young girl they know who has her ears pierced. Think about it. No one probably asked that girl, if she's under 2 at least, if she wanted to get her ears pierced. Someone just did it for her. And so kind of like that, Nazca parents would bind their children's head with a board in front of it and try to reshape their skull. Essentially, skulls of children are soft and they're able to be molded. And so, for one reason or another, the Nazca practiced this skull manipulation. They changed the shape of their skulls. So we saw that they collected skulls. We saw that the Nazca manipulated the shape of their skulls. Finally, for our third point, they actually performed skull surgery. There's evidence that the Nazca had people who had suffered a traumatic head injury, their brain was swelling, and what the Nazca did was cut a piece out of their skull. This is essentially just what we would do today. The big difference, of course, is the tools. They did not have steel tools. They were using stone tools to cut a piece out of someone's skull. But we do see evidence that they succeeded. Here in this picture, you can see that the bone actually started to grow back. So what do we say? We can say that the Nazca were able to successfully perform cranial surgery on people who had suffered head trauma, just like we do today.